Is ordinary lash serum safe for your eyes? I'm gonna break down all the ingredients in this video. If you wanna know the answer, keep watching. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Rupa Wong, board certified ophthalmologist, and on this channel we talk about eye health, eye makeup health, and eye surgery. So if any of that interests you, please make sure to hit the like, subscribe, follow, do all the things so that you can get these videos as soon as I make them. I just figured I pretty much hit all of the lash serums. I figured you might be sick and tired of these videos, but you want this one in particular. Mainly because so many people use it. In fact, a patient I was operating on yesterday said it's her tried and true for growing her lashes, and she really wanted it. So, of course, I had to comply. So here it is. What is in ordinary lash serum, and is it safe for your eyes? You guys know I love eye makeup. I love eye makeup health, and I love just being able to educate women and men about all the different things you are putting on or around your eyes, just so you know what it is and you guys make the decisions if you want to continue using a certain product. I am not here for judgment. I am just here to educate. All right, so let's go. Ordinary lash serum. Lots of ingredients. I'm going to read some of them. So the first ingredient is aqua, also known as water, which is mainly used just to thin thicker emollients like oils or creams. And you want your lash serum to go on well, so that's the main ingredient, or the first one at least. So when you're looking at an ingredient list, the first one is going to be in the highest percentage in the product, and then the last one is in the lowest percentage. So water, it's not uncommon for it to be in most shampoos, most mascaras. It's usually the number one ingredient. All right, let's get to the rest. The next ingredient is glycerin. Now, glycerin's an emollient. It's a humectant. It's a solvent, and it's a lubricant, and it's used in a lot of different skincare and creams. It's also used in just personal care in general. Toothpaste, shaving cream, mouthwash, soaps. It's in a lot of different things. So you've got water, and then you've got an ingredient that's just there to prevent the serum from drying out in the bottle or on your eyelids prematurely. The next ingredient is butylene glycol, and that's a very safe alcohol, and it's used as a conditioning agent, again, in a lot of different eye makeup or just makeup type products. And then we get to what ordinary lash serum is known for. They're peptides. They have a bunch of peptides. They've got myristoyl pentapeptide 17, biotin tripeptide 1, oligopeptide 2, acetyl tetrapeptide 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 peptides right there. And then a little bit later on, they've got some glycoproteins and even a few more peptides down the ingredient list. And when you look at any of the marketing for ordinary lash serum, they're really talking about the peptides being what's so unique and differentiates it from the other lash serums on the market. Now, a quick search of the medical and scientific literature do find an association between various peptides and eyelash growth. Basically, they look at a lot of families that have really long eyelash growth and deficiencies or excess of certain growth factors or peptides, and they find that these families also have really long eyelashes. There's even a particular condition called vernal conjunctivitis, which is kind of an extreme form of allergic or atopic conjunctivitis in the eye. And again, those individuals have really long lashes. It's not 100% sure if these specific peptides that are in ordinary lash serum are the ones that cause eyelash growth. That's not been shown, hasn't been studied, but it doesn't seem as if there are really any negative side effects to these peptides being in the lash serum. It's just going to help nourish the hair follicle and hopefully promote a little bit of growth. And just for review, here is what we think of as going on with the lash cycle. There's a couple different phases of growth, as well as when the lash cycle ends and the lash falls out. And so a lot of the growth serums are aimed at either conditioning the lashes so that the lash doesn't fall out as quickly, or expanding one of these phases so that again, the lash doesn't fall out as quickly and it just has a longer chance to grow longer. That's what some of the serums that have the medical properties like Latisse have in it, or anything that's got isopropyl cloprestanate, like your Grande Lash, like your Rodan and Field's Lash Boost. Those actually have those prostaglandin analogs that are thought to work on that particular phase in the lash cycle, that they don't exactly know why that works. But Ordinary does not have any kind of prostaglandin that I could see. So if you're concerned about the side effects from prostaglandin analogs, like skin darkening underneath the eye, or a change in your eye color, or orbital fat atrophy, or decreased pressure in the eye, or cystoid macular edema, these are all things that can happen when prostaglandins get into your eye. You don't need to worry about it with Ordinary Lash Growth Serum, because I didn't find that in there. Okay, so lots of peptides, and then we have panthenol. You've probably heard of that before. Again, it's in a ton of different shampoos and other things that are for stimulating hair. It just basically nourishes the hair follicle. And then there's some interesting ones like wood extract, leaf extract, zinc chloride, hydroxyethyl cellulose just is kind of a vehicle, like an artificial tear type thing. It's like just makes things a little bit more viscous. Xanthan gum just makes things thicker. And then polysorbate, again, another gum type chemical. And then what I found really interesting is the caffeine. So caffeine, you probably have seen it online. A lot of different products have caffeine to stimulate hair growth. And when you go online, most of these products that have caffeine say that the hair follicles get a boost and that it results in enhanced shaft elongation. That's the verbiage I found online. And what they're trying to say is that the hair shaft is just around for a longer period of time. I also found online some claims that caffeine boosts the microcirculation. Now, I don't know what microcirculation has to do with lash growth. I guess they mean at the base of the lashes, because the lash itself has no blood vessels, so there's no microcirculation to boost. But perhaps they mean right along the eyelid. It's all over Reddit. You can find various threads on Reddit. Does caffeine help? Caffeine 3%, caffeine 0.3%. Does it help grow your lashes? So is it actually true? So here's the thing. A quick search on PubMed, which is where we find a lot of our medical and scientific literature, looking specifically for lash growth and caffeine, that doesn't yield many results. In fact, it yields 0 results. But looking at hair and caffeine yields some really good studies in peer-reviewed literature. So it's thought that caffeine stimulates hair growth by inhibiting 5-alpha reductase. And that's just good for growing longer, elongating the shaft, all of that. The British Journal of Dermatology, which is a pretty good journal, also demonstrated a similar type effect, that caffeine enhances the hair shaft elongation, it prolongs anagen duration, and it stimulates the hair matrix keratinocyte proliferation. So just again to review, there's that lash cycle. You can see where anagen is in that whole lash growth. So caffeine can help if it's prolonging that anagen phase. So that's one of the first times I've seen caffeine in a lash serum, so I thought that was interesting. As far as I could find, I didn't really see any parabens or phthalates or sulfates in Ordinary Lash Serum, so that's always good, especially if you're trying to be relatively clean about what you put on your skin. And then just from reviews online of users, most people found that it does seem to nourish the hair follicle. And just like any other lash serum, if you stop using it, you're going to see that your lashes return to their normal baseline. So this is not going to cause any permanent change in the way that your lashes appear. You can't stop using it and expect your lashes to look really nice and long and luscious. That's just not going to happen with any kind of lash serum. But when you're using it, your lash is going to be conditioned. They may fall out less because they are so much better conditioned. The caffeine may enhance and elongate the anagen phase. Some of the peptides might do their thing, again, at just making everything healthier so it stays around longer. So again, Ordinary Lash Serum, I couldn't find any evidence of any kind of prostaglandin analog. So if you're trying to look for a prostaglandin-free type lash serum, this is going to be one of them. It's got some interesting properties and ingredients in them, so I actually might give it a try as well. All right, guys, I hope this video was helpful. You guys asked for it, so I did it. If there are any other videos you want to see in the eye makeup health realm, or eye surgery, or want to know about my life in Hawaii, drop it in the comments below. I read them all. I try to respond to all of them, but I definitely do read them all. Until next time, bye for now. I'm Dr. Rupa.